Welcome to the new year, my friend. I hope you had a beautiful transition from 2025 into 2026, utilizing it as a permission slip to actually activate your purpose, your calling, your play, your reason for incarnating in this God-forsaken world to bring God back to the people, to bring heaven to earth. And the topic that I want to share today is that for this year, the only things that you will need as your staff, as your rod, which were what shepherds used to guide their sheep with, one of them being like a long staff and the other one being more like a club. And in this video, they symbolize the faith and the will. And these are sort of two sides of the same coin, but it's what you can use to keep yourself on the right trajectory on your path. The will to awaken, the will to stay true, the desire to be one with the truth, to be one with the Creator. And also the faith that that is possible, that you can trust this desire, that you can trust this I am, that you can trust this X inside of you. And these will be the only things that you need. As long as you know what you want, as long as you know what you will, and you know it's up to you, up to your free will to decide what you want to pursue, what you want to stay true to. And then have the faith that it is possible for you, that you can awaken, that you can enlighten yourself, that this is not just reserved for whatever special people or people who meditate for billions of hours. It's possible for everyone. So let's dive deep into this. Like, what is will and what is faith? I really want to give you that feeling that you can actually feel what your will is. And not just your will, because I'll just make a short distinction because it can really help, as it has helped me, to make a distinction between your personal will and you could say your impersonal will, or the will of the Creator, of the Spirit. So you could say your person wants certain things. Usually it's something along the lines of validation, wanting to be loved, being safe, being seen, all of these things. And there's nothing wrong with it, but your spirit doesn't really care about that because it doesn't need it. Your spirit has a different will, it has a different desire, a different directory for your life. So the key then becomes to notice, like, okay, what is just my personal desire, personal fancy, which is usually a compensation for all the lack beliefs that we have. And what is actually the will of the Creator? What is actually the will, the desire of my soul? What wants to move through me? What wants to happen? What is my destiny? What is my purpose? All of these questions turning you back into what truly rings true for you. What clicks in when you think about it, even if you do not have the complete picture yet. You can just feel it like, yes, this feels pure, this feels truly sincere. And even in an impersonal way, you could say in a universal way, just feels true, just feels holistic, just feels like the way nature would want to move or the Creator would want to move. And then you can more clearly align yourself with this impersonal, universal will of the Creator, which, as long as you're aligned with a personal will, it's not that powerful because it's coming from a limited, untrue perspective about yourself, believing yourself to be a person. But if you can more clearly see that you are this awareness, this I am, and this X, this free will, and you can allow the will of this oneness of the Creator to move through you, then you can see that whenever you do something, you're backed up by the entire universe. It's just not a little person in a world like trying to achieve something. You're backed up by the universe because your will is one with the will of the universe, the will of the Creator. As they say, let my will be thy will. And it's really helpful to actually get a sense of that. Like, what is that will? What is that power that wants to move through me? And can I move in integrity with this? And aren't all the good things in my life, haven't all the great things, holy, good things in my life have come from this purity, from this inspiration, from this selfless space where I wasn't attached to how others perceive me or what the results were gonna be. I was just being pure. I was just being sincere. All the magic in your life, all the synchronicity came from that. So the more that you can see that the impersonal will, your truest acts, that which lights you up more than anything else, is what has brought you all the things that you truly desire. All the great things in your life have come from that essence, have come from that X, that star inside of your heart. And then it's also much easier to have faith, to have trust in that will, in the will of the Creator, knowing, trusting that the universe has the highest will for you, and that whatever on a personal level for kind of will or desire you can come up for yourself won't be nearly as good as the directive of the source code, as the I amness has for you. It has a much greater vision for you than you might even can conjure up yourself with your human mind. So this is why I always encourage to have faith in something greater than just yourself, your idea of yourself, that is, because it's just that, it's just an idea, it's just an ego identity, it's not who you truly are. You're already free from this ghost, from this phantom, from this ego. The more you can see through it, the less you can act on it, on the person, the idea of yourself, and the more you can act on this impersonal I am Xness, this impersonal awareness with its purest gift, which can translate seemingly in a personal way. The person is a vehicle for this deeper will. But truly tune into it right now and be honest with yourself, because it resolves so many difficulties in our lives. All the difficulties in our life come from believing in the person, believing in the false identity, believing in the ego. All of your troubles come from there. As soon as there's no misplaced identity, then you feel good, you feel bliss, everything flows to you effortlessly. It's only when this annoying little person in your head who's claiming to be you and you buy into it that all the perfection gets fucked up and you lose touch with who you truly are and what all the poets, all the mystics preach about. That you are the one, that you are source, that you are all that is, that you are one, that you're not separate, and that at the end all is good, all is God, all is perfect. This is a fact of creation. We're just asleep to it. But I dare to swear with my hand on the heart that this is the case. In the final analysis, you will find out all is perfect, all is in harmony, all is in balance. Exactly as it is. It's just our ideas, our filters that create a perception which is untrue. But we have consciously chosen to take on this perception so we can liberate ourselves again from it through our will, through our desire for truth, for what is actually the case, not just a phantom, not just an idea, but actually truth, the directness of truth. And the faith that no matter what appears in front of us, even if it's the most horrific visions, it's still all good, it's still all God, no matter what. Nothing you could ever do could change this fact that everything is already whole, complete, enlightened, perfect. You cannot change this, you cannot fight this, you cannot alter this. So if you can't beat him, just don't join him. See it more often. Let the sun shine through more often. Let all the ideas of separation melt as snow in front of the sun. Let your light shine bright Don't dim it for anyone or anything, because there's nothing besides you. If you truly knew that you would be supported, that you couldn't make a mistake, what would you do? Wouldn't you live with an open heart? Wouldn't you be fearless? Wouldn't you tell people you love them? As soon as your death is imminent, and this is why I always love returning to this, if you knew you were gonna die in a month, all of the worries you have now would be gone. You would share yourself freely, you would tell the people who you haven't told to what you really want to tell them. You would be open-hearted, you would be sincere. This is why bringing close to you, you could say your human mortality or the end of the story, is what makes this story meaningful. And your spirit is immortal anyway. The only thing that will fall off is this body, this garment, this vehicle for your expression, for your purpose here on earth, which you borrowed from earth in the first place. This is not even your property. Your body is not your property. Your body belongs to Mother Earth. You as your consciousness, you have just taken it on and are borrowing it. So take care of it honorably, but do not identify with it. It's not you. Just to summarize this entire video, with these staff and this rod of faith and of will, is all that you need to know what your true will is. Because when I say not my will but thy will, or when you say not my will but God's will, God is not something outside of you. It is your true self. It's just a permission slip to let go of the small self and to align with your greater self, your true self, which holds your true desire, your true will. So forget about your personal desire, which has been heavily programmed by society, which is not pure, which is not truly sincere. And see if you can touch base with what is truly the will of God. If you do not believe in God, maybe in source or in your soul or in your spirit or even the universe. What is the truest will that I can access right now? What is most transparent to the will of the Creator? And touch base with that. See if you can highlight that, amp it up a little bit so that this feeling, this will gets more accentuated. So it becomes more clear, more clear, more clear. And it starts to outshine all the little fears and all the little desires. And out of your heart emerges this beautiful flower, this beautiful light, this crystallized facet of the diamond of creation that you are. This true will where you're backed up by the power of the universe. And when you say things with love, with light, with the natural essence of the universe. Get this clear for yourself, because this is your X. It's the impersonal of the will of the Creator moving through you, and it's your reason for coming here. It's the only thing that truly makes sense. It's the only thing that truly resonates. And this is how you will recognize it, by how much it resonates with your spirit, with your soul, with your being. And now, honestly assess if you have faith in this will, because it's pretty much the only thing you need to have faith in. To have faith in your acts, to have faith in your true will, your true desire, your true intention. If you can rely on just that, if you can have faith in just that, then you'll be taken care of, because your entire life stream, your entire blueprint is contained within this will. It is a holistic will. All the things that you worry so much about as a person, like I need to make sure I'm getting this and I'm getting that, are all included. Because when you're coming from that partial personal will, you will never come from a space that is actually able to take care of yourself. Only from coming from this place, from having something that truly aligns with your heart, something holistic, something true, something that resonates, something that feels good on like all levels. And if you can have faith and trust in that, and if you can have the patience and the love for yourself, that it might take some time to slowly make this the most prominent thing in your life, override all the personal desires until at the end of the day it's just you as awareness, you as, you could say, the nobody or the one in all, with your intention, with your desire. Having faith in that, there's nothing else that you need. That is my message. Would love to impress this upon your heart, that there's nothing else that you need. You just need to know what your true will is, the will of your soul, the will of spirit. And have faith in that. Take that step by step, act on it. The more that you act on it, the more that it purifies yourself, the more that your true reality will be reflected back to you, because you're coming from a space which is true to you. And then you're actually staying true. Beyond all the programming that you received here, you're staying true to who you really are. You're utilizing your free will and you're utilizing your faith to stay true to yourself. One law, one way, my friend, and that is the way of truth, the way of your heart. I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.